People always ask how I balance my family life with 400 shows a year. I'm just doing what I love with the people I love. It's my magic life.
I like Wes Iseli. I like everything about him.
People always ask how I balance my family life with 400 shows a year. I'm just doing what I love with the people I love. It's my magic life.
I like Wes Iseli. I like everything about him.
Hey guys, guess where we are?
At the hospital.
Today is day
I don't even know.
18 or 19 in the hospital. Natalie's still here. But I think we're on the home stretch now.
I certainly hope so. I think we'll go home today or tomorrow.
So here's the deal. Natalie had a drain tube in her that from all the bile where they washed off everything. So they got that out of her. We were hoping that would cause a lot of the pain issues to go away. But no. And
Well, it's better. It's just wasn't the reason for all the pain issues. I think it was the reason for some of them, but not all of them.
they took her off the food bag that she was on. She was getting nutrients through food. She's eating now on her own 3 meals a day. She's having snacks. She's eating fine. She's keeping that down. Everything's good. But the way the pain medicine works, and we're not doctors by any stretch of the imagination, but it goes in order of oxy, and then you get morphine, and then you get Dilaudid. But all that worked for Natalie was oxy. But until the oxy kicked in, you had to take Dilaudid. And they would not send her home if she has to take Dilaudid. So we've been battling this good nights, bad nights thing for forever. You don't have very many good nights.
No, not really. I wasn't having very many good days either. I would have good stretches, and then it's just like the medicine would wear off, and the only thing they could offer me was like, well, the only thing you can have is Dilaudid. I'm like, I can't, there's nothing else I can try. So now we're on a regimen of oxy, and then in a couple hours some Tylenol, and then I don't know, maybe some ibuprofen, and then back to oxy or something. I don't know. They're trying to keep me on a steady schedule of pills that I can take home, and trying to make it work. Trying to make it to my next set of pills without having to take Dilaudid.
So the way the hospital works, we've been here, I think today's 18 days straight now. And we'll have the same nurse for like 2 days in a row, and then we won't see them for 3 days, and then we'll have them again. And today, even at day 18, we have a new nurse we've never seen before.
Right.
And when they do a shift change, it seems to be always during that shift change is when Natalie needs her medicine. And then they have to go over all the patients that they have, which is usually a caseload. Each nurse has 6 patients. And they have to go, all right, this is what they did today. This is what you give them. If they ask for this, you give them this. And here's the protocol. And this is what the doctor said. And da-da-da-da-da. And let me show you their bandages. Let me show you where their holes are. And they have to do that with each patient. So by the time they see Natalie, sometimes, what was the longest? An hour and a half, 2 hours later?
Yeah, it was a long time, and I was hurting bad.
And we're at the end of the hallway, so I think we're the last patient. But we have the room with the view. So everybody comes in here, ooh, you got the best room. I mean, it's beautiful. You see the mountains, and it's, I don't know, 75% of our room is windows, and we're in a corner unit, and it's great. It's great, but we could care less. We just want to get home.
Right.
But the problem with the shift change, and we had it a couple times where she needed pills and her nurse was on break. When she gets back from break, she'll give it to you. Now we're chasing pain. Now it takes a while for that pain medication to hit her bloodstream. You take an oral pill, they say it takes a half hour. Well, now you're 3 hours in and now you don't get another pill for another 6 hours. And if that's late, you're just always behind. You're never feeling good. It's just a heck of a struggle. So what she did the other day, all right, we have a game plan. I won't bother you. We're easy. They're saying we're the easiest guests here in the wing.
Yes.
You know what I mean,
Yeah.
right? What do you call them? Patient in the wing. We won't bother you. We won't. Just do me a favor. Have the medicine ready for her when she needs it. Set your alarm on your cell phone or something so we don't even have to ring the bell. Just be ready to throw pills in her mouth and we'll leave you alone. That's all we need you to do, because you won't give them to us to give to her. So just be here. And the lady last night was amazing.
Yeah, she was. I felt like she was really in my corner, and she came in. She was like, all right, well, if you're asleep when I come in, do you want me to just leave you alone or wake you up? I'm like, no, wake me up. I don't want to wake up in pain. Just go ahead and keep me on the regimen so that we can keep it something in my bloodstream so that I sound like such a druggie, but so I don't get as bad of pain. I mean, I'm still in pain, but at least it's not, where I need Dilaudid. And hopefully I can go home. So she really did a good job and kept up with it. And I didn't need Dilaudid last night.
Yesterday I had to leave her, I don't know, did I leave about 10 o'clock in the morning?
I think it was earlier than that.
And I had to go
9:30?
I had to go home. I had to feed the animals. Babysitter Willow's been feeding my animals, and God love her. She's taking care of my boys. She's taking care of my animals, but I don't know how well she's taking care of my animals. I need to go out there and just do a once-over and check, because I know she knows how to change diapers, but feeding my doves and bunnies and chickens and ducks and all that stuff, I mean, there's a lot that can go wrong, and there's a lot to look over, and you're just throwing food at them. It's different. So I had to go home and really do an overhaul of my little barn and just clean up a little bit. And I had to pay bills. We had a cell phone bill that was saying it was going to be late, or it was late. Our mortgage payment was late. Natalie pays the bills. I don't even know who our cell phone provider is. So I had to go home and pay bills. I had customers we had to call. I haven't called a customer to book a show in 15 years, but I had to call the customers and say, look, I'm going to do it on the old-timey contract where you write it on a piece of paper. And Natalie will send you a contract over email when she types it all up and gets it to you professionally. All right. Sorry about that little break there. We had doctors coming in. We had nurses coming in. We had lunch come in. It's been an hour since we recorded that first little segment. Now we're back. So yesterday I fed the animals. I paid bills. I had to call Natalie to help me and walk me through everything to get bills done, to get bills paid. And
You booked a show all by yourself. I'm proud of you.
I did. I booked it all by myself. But Natalie's going to have to do all the paperwork when she gets home and email the customer. But yesterday, I had to do a show by myself for the first time in 15 years. Even having Lana there, and yeah, she's 10 years old. How much of a help can she be? She really does help me. She does things behind the scenes. She was stepping up. She was playing the music for me when I needed. She was doing her spots in the show. Plus, she was handing me props and taking away props just like Mommy did. And yesterday, I had to figure out all that on my own on the way to the show. So at one part, I have to unload an animal that I've made vanish. And it's setting in a load chamber, and I don't want it sitting there the whole show. So in between tricks, Natalie will unload the animal while I am talking about the next trick. Well, when Lana's with me, I had Lana say, okay, Lana, I need a helper. Go pick a helper. Lana, take your time picking a helper. Give me at least, 4 seconds or whatever. And we had to work on that because Lana would go out in the audience and be like, okay, hey, you, come on up here. Lana, that wasn't. So she'd be like, okay, hey, you, get up here. Well, Dad, that was more time. I said, a couple times. Yeah, Lana, but come on. So yesterday, I had a great idea. We have a beach ball that I throw around in the audience to get random spectators. And I told one of the moms at the show, it was a library show yesterday that I had to do by myself. I held up some fingers. I said, this is a secret number. When it lands on this person, that'll be my helper. So guys, when you catch the beach ball, go 1, next person, 2. when it lands on my secret number, we'll go. And they don't know what the secret number is, so every kid's hoping it's number 2 or number 3. So at about 4 or 5 catches, I was completely done with what I needed to do. And I had plenty of time, so I could play around with the other ones. All right, it's 7. Yay, that's a lucky number. You're the helper. Come on up. It worked perfect. It's not the way I'd rather have it. I'd rather have, just pick a kid and go and pick the next volunteer while Natalie resets it, but I have to make it work. Anyway, the show went great yesterday. It felt like old times, man. It was weird going back into just me on stage by myself, doing the show by myself with nobody behind me. I feel like I cheat with Natalie behind me because if something goes wrong, she's already a step ahead of me and has something else planned, or, if my microphone goes out, she can change the batteries like a pit crew. She's just right there, and without her, I just feel like I don't have that support net. I feel like I'm out there on that tightrope without a net. So,
Aww, I'm sorry.
Anyway,
and why were you completely by yourself?
Because Lana is at camp.
Yep.
She's at like a sleepaway camp for a whole week.
Yep. She left on Monday and she won't be back till Friday. And it's her first time being gone for that amount of time from home without it being like at my parents' house or,
That's it. Your parents' house
my parents'
is the only place
house
she's ever
is
been.
the longest she's been. No, she slept over at a friend's house, but that's only one night. So, yeah. This is the longest she's been away at home.
Whose house did she sleep at?
Angela's?
I don't remember that.
Of course you don't. It's because I set it all up. I dropped her off and picked her up, and you had nothing to do with it.
Where was I at?
A home?
That's weird. Anyway, I feel like you're making that up. I feel like that is not true.
I am so not making that up.
That's funny. So Lana's in camp, and they said if she gets nervous or if she's scared or something, that they can call us and try to talk her down or talk to us. Well,
Yeah.
the phone hasn't rung.
Nope.
So I think she's doing good.
I think she's having so much fun. She was nervous, but she was excited. And I told her, I said, you might be nervous now. I said, but you're going to get there. And she makes friends so easily. It's awesome. And I said, you're going to make friends and you're going to have so much fun that you're going to completely forget about me and I'm not going to get a phone call all week. And she's like, nuh-uh, that's not true, Mom. She's like, I'm going to miss you. You'll get a phone call. I've been right so far, no phone call yet, which is fine. I'd rather it be that way than get a phone call every night. Mommy, I miss you. I'd feel awful if that happened. So I'm glad she's having fun.
Well, last episode, I was saying that I was only going to get like 3 hours sleep because I had to get up at like 9 a.m. to do a show in Northern Virginia.
Now, you got up at 4 a.m. so you could leave.
I had to get up at 4 a.m. to be at the house, to get ready, get the animals, get Lana, and go to that show. And I ended up with like 2 hours sleep that night because in my 3 or 4 hours that I was supposed to get, Natalie was having a rough night.
Sorry.
And I got like, I don't know, hour and 50 minutes, 2 hours, hour and 30 minutes, something. It was
stupidly little amount of sleep.
And
I felt awful. One, I was in pain, but I felt awful that I was keeping him up too.
Well, my thing was I was trying to be like the perfect helper. I was like holding her hand, massaging her head, jumping up and getting anything for her and taking care of her. But after 2 nights of that 2 hours sleep and an hour and a half sleep, I got to that show, and at the end of the show, I'm taking pictures of everybody, and I go to leave, and I tell Lana. I told Lana that day, I said, I might have to go to the parking lot down the road and just take a nap. We're in the RV, you have the TV. I'll just turn the generator on, and I'll take a nap, and then I'll get home. After the show, I felt good. I was awake. I felt great. But it was 2.5 hours from home, 3 hours from home. So I drove about 2 hours home, and my eyes started getting heavy. And I'm like, I don't want to risk it. I don't want to do something bad.
Yeah.
I pulled over at an elementary school parking lot, and I took a 45-minute nap. And I hated to do it because I'm trying to get back to Natalie's side But I told Natalie I had to do it to be able to get back to your side.
And I was absolutely fine with you doing it. I told you I
Yeah.
would rather you stop and nap than get in a wreck. 100%.
I told a entertainer friend of mine that, you know, I only had 2 hours sleep. What are you doing? You need to hire a driver. You need to do this. And I'm like, well, I mean, it's just the way things are. I know how I am, and I know what my limits are, and I don't mind pulling. I don't have that much ego where I'm gonna make it, and I'm gonna keep going until I fall asleep. I will give in and just take a nap if I have to, but I have pretty good stamina where I can go as well. And he's like, well, both my brother and my dad died in car wrecks, and you've fallen asleep driving.
Aww.
I'm like, I get where he's worried, but I'm telling you, buddy, I pulled over.
Yeah.
I know my limits. But I felt bad because I was telling him that story. I didn't know his background of his dad and his brother dying.
Yeah.
In car wrecks. But, yeah, that 2 days of no sleep was awful. And I felt useless to Natalie. I finally got in here that night, and she had a visitor, and we visited with the visitor. As soon as that visitor left, I passed out on the couch. And I could not, for the life of me, keep my eyeballs open.
Yeah, he was like, we'll take a, because I'm supposed to be walking. He's like, I'll walk with you. Just give me an hour nap. And then an hour went by. He's like, give me one more hour. Another hour went by, and I was like, he's done for the night. I know he's done for the night. And I just left you alone, and it was fine.
But when the nurse came in the middle of the night, I'm trying to get up to help and ask questions and be right by your side.
You didn't get up. You
All right,
slept.
the next morning. It was something.
Oh.
I tried to get up. I couldn't open my eyelids. I've never had my eyelids like weights. They were. I couldn't open them.
Well, you had hit a wall. You needed to sleep.
It was crazy. And then with all this going on, we got Natalie by Natalie's side, 24 hours a day, going to shows, driving to shows. I had a show several hours away that I had to go to this week. And all these one-lane roads, driving the RV and the trailer, and it's just monotonous when you're tired and driving these boring roads, not passing anything to even look at. And on top of all of that, I have my own television show. That is pretty freaking awesome. I have my own television show. But to save me, what is it, $2,000 a month? I put my own commercials.
Chunk of money.
I put my own commercials in my show. And in January, we had no power at the house for 12 days straight. And I was calling my syndication company, and I was saying, hey, look, I have no power. I'm trying to edit. I can't edit. I don't have any power. Everything's on my computer. I have no power. Honey, don't worry. You're great. You always hit your deadlines. You're great. That's what reruns are for. We'll just put a rerun in this week. Oh, God bless you. That's great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But with Natalie doing this for 19 days now. Today's 19. We verified it during the break. Today is 19. I couldn't run reruns. It would have been for 3 weeks in a row. And we have a new commercial that they put in. The way my commercials work is it's a pay-per-click commercial. So if it's
or pay per call or pay per whatever.
Yeah. So I don't have like Pepsi giving me, $3 million a week just to run the ad on my show. I have My Pillow. If you buy My Pillow and call this 800 number, that 800 number goes to a call center, and they know they've seen it from my television show, whether it comes in 2 weeks from now because they watched it on DVR or not. If they dial that number, they know they got that phone number off my TV show, so then I get a % of the sale. And that's how all my commercials are right now. And we got a commercial for, I think it's, what did it say it was?
I thought you said it was baby formula.
Baby formula commercial.
Yeah.
And if someone calls that commercial, we get like $250 per call. So, yeah, if you guys see that commercial, call, inquire about it. We get some information, help me out. But, so we couldn't postpone it. That is, baby formula stuff is out there right now. People are concerned. People are worried. And this baby formula thing is timely. We got to get that commercial now.
Yeah.
So not only am I running up and down the road, but I'm also editing video when I'm at home and trying to run, trying to feed the animals, trying to get back to Natalie, trying to take out the trash and trying to get animal food. And it's crazy. It's just run all day, all night. And then when I'm here with Natalie, I'm tense and crazy because she's in pain and crying. So even when I'm here and have my feet up, I don't. I'm on my knees next to her, trying to make her happy, trying to make her not cry.
You're a good hand holder and comforter, and I really appreciate you being here.
That's about all I can do. That's about all I can do.
I appreciate you being here. I really do. I'm sorry that I've stressed you out and run you ragged, but I appreciate you being here.
Well, you're worth it.
Well, thank you.
But it's just been, and I tell Natalie, you know, I might have been gone since 9 a.m. this morning or 4 a.m. this morning, but I've been going. The only break I got was when I pulled over to take a nap. Well, I'm glad you did. Yeah, but now I'm back. I'm running. So it's just been crazy. Also, our favorite nurse, Laura, was a travel nurse, and her contract was up here. And when she was trying to re-up her contract, her boss was on vacation, so it fell through the cracks. And she ended up taking another job, we think, in Mississippi.
I think that's what she was leaning towards.
And we don't have her, but on her last night...
I'm gonna miss her. She was awesome.
And on her last night, people across the hall were playing solitaire. And they're like, dude, there's a magician across the hall. And she was telling them all about me, and she showed them my Penn and Teller performance and showed them magic on YouTube, and they were hanging out across the hall watching me on YouTube. And she said, if you get a chance, can you go over there and see them? Well, yeah, no problem. So Natalie was asleep, and I walked over there, and they were asking for my autograph, and they said they spent 4 hours watching YouTube videos of me, everything on YouTube.
Aww, sweet.
Watching all kinds of stuff of me doing magic, and both my YouTube channels, the Magiclife and me just doing magic, and big fans. We just heard of you, but we're big fans now. And
nice.
I grabbed their deck of cards and started doing magic with it. And they were like, is it crazy if I ask for your autograph? I said, no, you're fine. I don't have a marker, and I have nothing to sign. And she pulled out a pen, and she wanted me to sign one of her playing cards in her pack. So I signed one of her playing cards in her pack, yeah.
That's awesome.
So, anyway, what else? People here at the hospital are friends. I saw a friend yesterday at Walmart when I had to stop and get batteries for my sound system in my show. And she said, how's Natalie doing? Doing good. Day 18 in the hospital, but she's doing good. Well, we'd love to come visit her, but since COVID stuff, we can't visit. And man, it really hurts. No, you can visit.
Yeah. You have to wear a mask, but once you get in our room, you can take your mask off. But in the hallways and all, you got to wear a mask, and that's it. You're allowed to come visit.
But we've had so many people not think they could visit during COVID times or post-COVID times.
Right.
And they're just
I
not
wouldn't
visiting.
have known. I would have thought, well, you can't visit if it was somebody not me that was in the hospital. I would have thought that, but
we also had some strangers show up.
Yeah. That was interesting. They know us on Facebook and talk to us on Messenger, seen us at shows, but we don't really know them. And they didn't take their masks off when they came in the room. So then it's really hard to recognize.
Yeah, but I don't even know, am I friends with them on Facebook or you're friends with them on Facebook? And Facebook friends, it's just, they're a friend of a friend and you accept the request and whatever. But these two girls showed up and they just sat down, talked to us and said, yeah, we're big fans. We found you guys. We saw you guys at shows and we're big fans, and we wanted to come by and say hi to Natalie, and they sat and talked to us, I don't know, 45 minutes, and it was just, the whole time, it was just weird. We were nice. We were sociable.
Yeah, no, it was fine. We were talking to them. We kept up a conversation and everything, but it was, the whole time, I'm like, trying to figure out
who they are,
because they have masks on, and finally, one of them said something that clued me in, but it was towards the end of them being here. And I was like, oh, I know who it is now. And so, yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, these two girls show up. Hi, Natalie. We're big fans of you guys. I've seen you guys for the past 10 years. And they were naming events that we've performed, and we're like, yeah, we've been there. And we saw you at this theater. Yeah, we've been there.
Yeah.
But I have no idea who you are.
Yeah, well, we didn't say that, though.
No, but I was thinking it. And then when the nurse left, she said, oh, you had some visitors. And then I spoke up. I said, yeah, do you know who they are? And she said, you don't know who they are? No.
Yeah, we had to look it up. I looked it up on Facebook because she gave me that clue towards the end of their visit. And then I looked her up on Facebook. I was like, yep, that's who it is. So it might have been easier if they had taken their masks off, but I don't guess they thought they could. So
I told the staff though. I said we're famous, so just random people showing up, that's to be expected. Are you in pain right now? You're all right. Mm-hmm. So I am almost certain we will not be doing this type of podcast next week.
We will not be doing this type of podcast. I'm putting it out there. We will not be at the hospital next week.
So
no.
The doctor came in this morning and said that she should be able to go home tonight, tomorrow, or sometime before the weekend.
Yeah.
Now, we're recording this on Wednesday. This podcast goes out in 2 hours.
Yeah.
I have never done it this close to the deadline before because we thought we were going to be at home. We had somebody lined up that we were going to interview this week, but I didn't want to do it by myself. And I didn't want to do it without the microphones and without everything else because we're just doing this over our phone. And we know this sounds good, but now having somebody else on the other line with us, it might sound terrible.
Yeah.
So I'd rather go home and have our podcast studio all set up and
that's fine.
do the interviews that way.
That's fine. And I think people that you had scheduled with understand.
They understand. I just hope the listeners understand. Guys, I'm sorry if you're sick of these updates with Natalie and everything. We're sick of it too.
Yeah.
But people keep asking.
I am so sick of being here. I've gotten the boys and Lana. So Lana's visited more than the boys, but the boys have come to visit 3 times now, I think. But 3 times in how many days? 19? In 19 days is not enough for me. And I miss them. And I want to go home.
And even when Lana comes,
it's short visits. You know?
But it's not real mommy-daughter time because the room is full of people.
Right.
Mommy's sitting in a bed and she's awkwardly leaning over, trying to talk to her and having a conversation with her. But it's okay. She only gets a half hour, if that.
Right. But it's visits, and at least I get to see them. And it's just, it's not the same as being home and hanging out. But I'm glad I got to see them. I miss them, and I want to go home. But I understand that when I'm in that much pain, it's useless to go home because then I'm just writhing in pain in front of the kids. And how comforting is that for them to see, And I don't want to be writhing in pain either. So try to figure out this pain management thing has been a hassle, and it's a pain in the butt and in my belly. But we'll figure it out.
We had her off all these IV pumps. She had food going into her. She had saline solution going into her. She had that pain button thing that she could push all the time. We got her off all of that.
I had 4 machines hooked up to me at one point.
And they got rid of that drain tube out of her. Man, we thought we were going in the right direction.
Yep.
Then yesterday her blood pressure drops. And they stopped giving her medicine. The nurse just said, nope, you can't have medicine now because your blood pressure dropped.
Yeah.
They wouldn't give her anything.
Because the medicine can make your blood pressure drop as well. But my blood pressure's been running low for a week. And so, but it went a little bit lower, and so she was concerned, and so she wouldn't give me my medicine. And so she gave me fluids and
So it hooked her back up to that machine. Hooked her back up to that pump.
But at least it's just 1 instead of 4 lines going in me. But yeah, so I got fluids and my blood pressure went up a little bit, which is good. But then she still waited like another hour and a half before she gave me my medicine. And then she only gave me half the dose that I normally take. And at that point, I was in so much pain that half the dose of medicine didn't even take the edge off. And so the doctor finally came in, and I was like, I am hurting. And I told him what had happened, and he was like, they called me about your blood pressure. I told them to give you fluids, but I don't know why they're not giving you pain medicine. If you're in pain, give you pain medicine. And so then I had to take Dilaudid because it was so far off.
Is it hurting to talk right now?
It's hurting.
Is it hurting because you're talking?
I don't know, but it's doing a flippy floppy thing.
Well, I'll take over. Some of these nurses, I think, just like to torture people. I think that's what it is.
I don't think so. Don't say that.
I don't know which one it was. I don't know which nurse it was.
So it was explained. It was an overnight nurse, and the nurse the next day, who was the charge nurse, she came in and she looked her up and she was like, you know what? She's a travel nurse, and no, it wasn't Laura, somebody else. And she said, you know, she might have just. She's a travel nurse, and she was being extra careful, I think, and didn't want to get in trouble because, you know, she travels from one place to the next, and she wanted to go buy the book and didn't want to get in trouble, which I can understand, but at the same time, I was in a lot of pain.
Well, anyway, you're in pain now.
Mm-hmm.
So the doctor was like, you know, oh, she needs her medicine. We'll give her medicine. So now we're just trying to play the catch-up game. But hopefully, guys, if Natalie doesn't take Dilaudid, she can go home tonight. Hopefully. I have a county fair show tonight that I have to do by myself. And Natalie's mom is coming in to be with Natalie until about 7 o'clock tonight. Hopefully, Natalie's discharged before 7, and hopefully I come home tonight and Natalie's at home. That'd be fantastic.
That would be fantastic.
But either way, she won't be here by the time next podcast happens. And the next episode will be the start of Season 3. It'll be a new beginning, and everything will be great. Season 3. We're already 3. This will be the start of the 3rd year of doing this podcast.
Wow.
See? Aren't you having a blast doing it, though?
That's amazing. We've already gotten two years down.
Well, sorry about the past 3 episodes in the hospital, guys, but it is what it is. We got to do it. In other news, I have hit my weight loss goal. I don't know if I told them that last week.
I don't think you had hit it by the time we did the podcast last week.
But my goal was to be at 155. That's how much I weighed in high school, my senior year. And that's how much I weigh now. I'm down to 155. I was 189. Is that what it was? That was my highest when I started.
Yeah, he lost 34 pounds. Yeah, 34 pounds.
So.
Good job, babe.
Yeah.
You gotta do one of those pictures like I did, where you hold a bag of something that weighs, you know.
Well.
Lose 1 more pound, you can do something that weighs 35 pounds.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I think I have lost another pound since.
Because of stress?
Stress and just, everything else. But I haven't been weighing myself because I haven't been getting home by morning time. Yeah. But we're also week 1 into my shaved head.
I know. I love your shaved head.
And guess what? No one cares.
It wasn't as big as a deal as what you thought it would be.
Oh, I thought it would be a huge deal. I've had some friends reach out. Why'd you do that? It looks good on you, but I'm just curious. Why'd you do that?
And checking on your mental state with me in the hospital, making sure you didn't crack.
Honestly, I think my brother thought that's what I did. He thought I cracked. I'm like, no. We've been talking about it for a while, and I just, after that trip to Hyatt by myself, I just said, I'm done. I'm going to try it, just see what it is. And I wasn't thinking far in advance, but I was like, my next show is at Wilderness Resort. I can wear a hat there. They wouldn't care.
Yeah.
I didn't go further than that out in the schedule. Not that I'd have my hair grown back by the next day, but
right, yeah.
I was like, I'll just wear my reverse hat. I'm advertising my merchandise. My Magic Man hat is on my merch table. Now I'm wearing it at my shows. That's great. But I'm just walking around. I don't wear a hat anymore, really.
Yeah, when you first shaved, you wore a hat. It's like when you left the hospital room, you put a hat on, even if you're just going down the hall. You were wearing a hat. I don't know if you were self-conscious about it or just not comfortable with people seeing it yet or what. But now you seem very comfortable with it. I feel like you really like it.
Well, the other thing was,
I feel like it's like weight off your shoulders. It's
is.
a burden taken off of you not to have to worry about your hair anymore.
Is my head as pale white as it was, though? I feel like it's not.
It's still a little white, but it's not so bad.
So I think that's what it was. I was putting a hat on because it was so...
Blaringly white.
Yeah. It was almost as white as your legs.
Ah.
But that's what it was. I was trying to cover up the whiteness. But I'm sitting here in this windowed hospital room for hours upon end, and I'm sunbathing my bald head.
Yeah.
I do.
I know you do. You put the blinds up to make sure your head's in the sun.
And then there's I don't know, in between the panes, there is like a 3-inch bar. And when the sun hits it just right, it causes a shadow, which covers my whole head. So I'm trying to move over, and I'm trying to suntan my bald head, sitting here in the room. Only one person has said anything negative about it, and that was a lady from church. And she was like, I got to tell you, I'm not a fan. I'm like, I got to tell you, no one asked you. But I didn't say that, but daggone it.
Well, that's okay. She doesn't like it, she doesn't like it. She's not the one with the bald head. You're the one that
Right.
has to like it, and I'm the one that's got to look at you. And I like it, so.
But we had friends come to visit, and they're like, you know what? At first, it was a shock to see you like that, and after 30 seconds, we're used to it already.
Yeah.
I mean, it's me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But boy, you think hair is a big deal, and then you shave your head, and it's like, no one cares.
It's not as big a deal as you thought.
No.
Yeah.
No. But anyway, so what do we got in store for season 3? Are we gonna do 2 episodes a week?
No.
I want to do 2 episodes a week.
No, Wes. We have enough trouble keeping up with 1 episode a week. I think we're good.
If we can do it in this crazy schedule like this, where I'm working around the clock trying to take care of you, and I'm going
and
from
it's
event
one
to event.
episode, and we've just now gotten to it.
That is
and it's
true.
1:15, and it goes out at 3:30.
That is
so
true.
I'm thinking 1 episode a week is plenty.
So I'm all over the place, but Natalie's room is full of flowers.
Yes.
Some of them are dying after 18 days.
Well, Mom threw a couple bouquets away for me yesterday because they were dead.
One of my shows gave her an entire gift bag, which I was emotional about.
Yeah, that was really sweet. And it was awesome because it had a book in it, and I needed a book. I needed something to do.
She's on her 3rd book. How many pages does Stephen King book have?
Let's see. I'm not sure. It has...
Don't hit the table. I got the mic on.
Sorry. It has 560 pages.
And she's...
And I'm on page 449.
So this is her 3rd book she's read since she's been here. She's tried to cross-stitch a little bit, but with Dilaudid and the heavy medication, her hand...
Yeah, my fingers wouldn't cooperate. So when I had that pain pump and I could hit it anytime I wanted, I was definitely using it a lot at first. And, I tried to cross-stitch when I was still using it, but not as much as when I first got it, but I was still using it quite often. And my fingers just wouldn't cooperate. Like, I couldn't get the needle into the hole that I wanted. And then when I finally did, trying to grab the needle on the other side of the cross-stitch, I couldn't. It took like 3 tries to get my hand to go where I wanted it. Same thing with texting. I mean, I ignored my phone for a good week and a half, 2 weeks. And then I slowly started doing stuff. But even when I started doing stuff, it was like I'd start out okay texting or messaging or doing whatever I was doing. And then all of a sudden my thumbs just would not hit the letter that I wanted them to hit. It would go wonky. And so it was just the drugs messing with my fine motor skills is what. Because I was pretty sure that was it, but I want to make sure. So I asked the nurse, and she's like, yeah, that's just the medicine messing with your fine motor skills. You get off that medicine, you'll be all right. So I was able to do some cross-stitching last night, and it went pretty well. So, because I've had to take Dilaudid here and there, but it's a lot less than when I had the pump. So it hasn't, I was able to cross-stitch, which was nice. It was a change of pace from reading, which I love to read. So I think by the time you got here last night, I had put my cross-stitch away and I was reading.
You were reading when I walked in.
Yeah, I cross-stitched for a few hours, I think, and then I was like, I think I want to read now. So, yep. It's fun, though. I'm still working on the boys' birth records. So I have one done, except for having, I finished it before they were born. So I still have to put, the name, the date, the weight, the length, all that jazz on it. But I'm still working on the second one. Because the last time, until being here in the hospital, the last time I was able to cross-stitch was the night before I went into labor. I cross-stitched that night, and then the next day I had them, and I haven't had a chance to. I mean, when you bring newborn twins home, you're just kind of in survival mode, and you don't have time for cross-stitching. And now, I go in there with them when they're playing, and if I drag that out, they'd be grabbing everything and messing with it, and you just can't cross-stitch with almost 2-year-olds running around the room with you.
Well, tell them how it is when you bring the 2-year-olds to the hospital.
Well, they can't climb on the bed. They want to. They try so hard to get on the bed with me, and it makes me sad. But I can't have them on the bed because they want to climb on me, and I still have holes, from surgery. So Wes will hold them by the bed, and I'll kiss on them and hug on them and love them until they get real frustrated because they can't. They want to be on me. They want to be on my lap. So when they start getting frustrated, we just put them down. But they love running around the room.
And you're constantly making sure they don't grab the cords and unplug stuff.
Right.
They want to grab cords. There's nothing in here for them to play with.
Right. They're having a blast. They're picking up, I had a menu. This was even before I started eating, because someone just brought a menu in and left a menu for me, even though I wasn't eating, so I don't know why they did that. But anyway, grabbed a menu. They like to play with it. Just take a piece of paper and wave it around or whatever they can get. And but if they start going behind the bed, I'm like, hey, somebody needs to get them, because you go behind the bed with all the cords and things, or try and play with the IV hookups. Not a good idea. So.
And the hospital we're in, every room is a private room. Thank
Which is
goodness.
Nice. Yes. Can you imagine?
No.
I wouldn't have been able to have them come visit if I had to share a room with somebody, because that's just, you just can't, because they're gonna make noise, and if your roommate wants to sleep, how rude is that to bring kids in?
I felt bad with the people in the thin walls. I mean, when the kids are and they're just playing, but
they're talking, and they talk loud. But yep. But I was glad to have them visit, and I like that they have private rooms here. Especially on the night that I was having so much pain. I mean, if there was somebody next door, I'm sorry. But I know I was moaning in pain that night. I don't think anybody was next door to me, though, that night.
I don't know. That door's been shut.
I'm at the end of the hall. So, but
You're the oldest guest on the floor here. You're the oldest patient on the floor.
I'm the longest, yeah. I've been here the longest, and I would like to give that title up. I mean, not the longest ever, but I'm the longest one presently. So.
I don't know if we said it in last podcast or not, but they said this room is the...
It's the room, if you ever get into 3013 at Martha Jefferson, that's the room where they say it seems like people stay. When they come, they're here for a while. I'm like, well, isn't that just great?
3 months, I think, is the limit somebody said that they've seen.
Yeah, my doctor, he said he had a patient in here that stayed 3 months. And so he was like, so you haven't broken the record yet? And I said, and I don't want to. No, thank you.
Golly.
I don't want to be here 3 months. And he's like, you won't be here 3 months. But I don't think he was expecting me to still be here now. So I think he had off over the weekend, unless something traumatic happened, then they would have brought him in. But one of his partners took over the weekend, and I think he was really kind of expecting me to be home over the weekend or going home on Monday when he came back. And it's Wednesday, and he's like, man, he's not worried. He's like, it's just pancreatitis. This is what happens. Some people, it takes longer to heal. And I'm like, I don't want to be one of those people, but that's where I am. And he's not worried about it. He's just like, it's just taking its time healing, and we'll get there. So.
But the guy that was on call, the partner, after his second visit, He was like, I heard one of the nurses talk about you doing magic.
Oh, yeah,
I just
yeah.
realized.
Yeah, he said, it just hit me and I had to come back. I know you. And he had seen us at a show.
He saw us at one of our illusion shows that we did in a local theater.
Yeah, quite a few years ago. Like
17 or 18.
Yeah, I think so. So, that was awesome. That was a good show. It had a good turnout and great audience. And
He said, my kids still have that magic coloring book we bought at the sales table.
Nice. Yeah. It's been passed down with his kids. So, yeah, that was cool that he knew you. And so he said he was going to watch your Fool Us clip as well. So, but I think that was the end of the weekend because I don't think we saw him since. But he was real excited when he was like, it finally clicked. I know you.
So, what are you looking forward to most when you get home? Your own bed, or are you looking forward to
I'm
just
looking
watching the
forward
kids
to-
and just watching them run around?
Yeah,
We watch videos
all of the above.
on my phone where we just went back on Google Photos and just looked at videos and pictures of the boys.
Yeah.
It was nostalgia and just emotional that she couldn't be with the boys and seeing them grow up over that timeline. If you could just sit and just watch them play, would that make you happy? Or do you just want to be in your bed and just a little bit of everything?
I'm looking forward to being in my own bed because it's going to be so much more comfortable. But I'm looking forward to seeing my kids too. Very, very, very much. I'm apprehensive. I'm scared, I guess. I don't know how to put it. Because I want to hang out with them. I can't hang out with them on the floor. They'll crawl over me. But they can climb up on the couch. And I just don't know what I'm going to be able to... I don't know what I'm going to do. Because they can't climb on me because they like to sit on my lap and bounce. And that'll hurt bad. So I'm just not sure.
You have 5 holes in your stomach.
I might have
right?
to...
5, right?
Yeah. I might have to do this in, increments where I sit with them for a little bit and then I may just have to leave the room. So that... Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Or we get you upstairs in your bedroom and have the kids just come visit you. And they run around the floor.
Yeah. We could do that too.
Because that bed's pretty tall. They can't get in that bed.
Yeah, we could do that too. That's a good idea. Yeah.
And you got DVD player up there. You got Netflix up there.
Yeah.
And you just ring your bell. I'll bring you medicine and I'll be your home health care nurse.
That sounds like a good plan. And then they can, obviously somebody's going to have to come with them. Keep them out of breaking stuff.
Well, I'm saying I'll be there.
Okay. I think that might be a good idea.
Okay. Because it's not
Well,
going to work.
good.
It's not
That'll
going to
work.
work on the couch.
I
Because my boys
was trying
went.
to figure it out. I was really trying to think, how do I make this work? Because I want to be with them.
Because my boys went from struggling to get on the couch and really pulling and
have to
falling
put your hand on their butt just to support
them because they'd fall down and just plop in the floor, hit their head on the carpet.
Yeah.
From that, and these 20 days of being in the hospital, 19 days of being in the hospital, now they run across the living room and they Superman dive onto the couch and they're on it.
Yeah.
There is no climbing anymore. They just Superman dive onto it. Did you see a video of that yet?
It's kind of, but it was sort of off to the side, so the couch, I saw him do it, but I didn't get to see the couch.
Hello?
Do we need to push pause?
No, you're good. What's
Okay.
up? Are you doing vitals?
Yes.
Okay.
Come on in.
You guys don't even have to mind me.
No, we're good. We're good.
We're doing a podcast.
Oh.
You're
Yeah.
good. You're good. So, did I send you a video of that or your mom?
I can't remember who sent me a video, but it wasn't of that. You were just sending, whoever it was just sending me a video of the boys. But I think they were looking at one and the other one went running and flying, but I couldn't see him get on the couch.
Oh, okay.
But I saw him jump on the couch, if that makes sense. Because the couch was kind of out of frame. But I saw him running and jumping. I'm like, that's what Wes was talking about.
It's crazy.
So, yeah.
Anyway, well, all right, we got a plan.
Yeah,
We got a plan.
I like your plan because I was really wondering how I was going to sit in the... I want to, but I don't know how to do it and sit in the room with them without getting jumped all over.
And tell everybody about what your coach did for me
Oh, yeah.
and what you're looking forward to.
Oh, yes. Yes. So Wes, since we've been doing this health plan, I've been cooking healthy meals, and Wes is like, I really want, is there a pizza recipe? And there is. It's cauliflower crust or chicken crust. And so I had marked it on my list to do and get the ingredients for next time I went to the grocery store, but I didn't get a chance. So she was awesome, and she she said she was going to make a meal and bring it to him. And what meal? And I was like, I don't know how hard this is because I haven't looked that close at it, but he really wants pizza, a cauliflower crust pizza. And she was like, oh, those are great. But she was like, but I don't know how to pack it for you if I make it. She said, but I found a place that makes it and will deliver it. So she got a cauliflower crust pizza delivered to the hospital for Wes, and he was in heaven. And then Wes's brother.
But the thing was, it was so good, it probably wasn't good that I ate the entire pizza by myself.
No, that's yeah. That kind of negated the healthy factor of
I
it,
was so sick. I haven't been that full and that just like gluttonous sick in a long, long time.
Yeah.
But golly, is that thing good.
And then his brother went and got one, and he was like, oh, and in his words, that's slamming. I'm like, so I told Wes, I said, if I get discharged today, can we pick up one of those pizzas on the way home? Because I want to try it.
I'll order 2 of them.
Everybody
One for
says
you, one
it's
for
so
me.
yummy. I want some.
It's really
So.
good. And they deliver to the hospital, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah. I can't wait to try one.
Well, I hope the hell you get out of here today.
I hope I get to try one today.
Anyway, so that's about everything, guys. I think we pretty much caught you up. I think we're at the home stretch. I'm hoping we're getting out of here. Hey, how are you?
Hey. I know. I am. Hopefully going home soon, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Good to see you.
Bye.
You too.
That's everybody's reaction. Are you still here?
I know.
You're still here?
You're still here?
I
I don't want to be.
want to go home. So, my website's not updated, but I'll be at the Firehouse Theater in Richmond, Virginia, coming up like next...
This coming Tuesday, the 19th.
This coming Tuesday. So, guys, tickets are like dirt cheap. And I'm teaching magic classes if you want to do that. There's VIP stuff going on. Check out wesiseli.com for that. I'll be at the Arlington Draft House in like 2 weeks. Make sure you guys are checking out that Facebook group for the podcast, because I add at least 2 extra things every day to random episodes. So check it out. I'm trying to keep that as a living, breathing thing. And our Patreon, we have behind the scenes videos on there, magic trick tutorials, all kinds of stuff on there. And guys, season 3 kicks off next Wednesday.
Week. Yep.
And I don't know who we have. Who do we have coming up?
I don't know who you're supposed to have.
It's non-magic next week. Is that next week? 13th?
That's what
No,
it
that's
says.
today. No,
Oh.
next week is supposed to be Robert Baxt.
Oh, okay.
So
Cool.
he's an awesome magician, and it'll be fun. But we're going to be back on track next week, and we'll be in the recording studio, and everything will be back to normal. Thank you for everything.
Everything?
One
Okay.
of the 3 over
Yes.
70s.
Okay. Awesome.
Her blood pressure went back up to 103 over 70, so that's great. So
Yeah.
now we're in here by ourselves again. But yeah, we have Robert Bax. We have a lot of cool guests coming up. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Thank you for hanging out with us. Our podcast is like our reality show. We just take you along with us, and we don't pull any punches. We want you along for the ride with us, because I don't know. I think our lives are pretty interesting and pretty cool.
Yeah.
We get to do some cool stuff.
Yeah.
But even when it's not cool and it's in the hospital like this,
You're still gonna get update on that.
we don't pull any punches. We're gonna let you know exactly what's going on.
That's right.
So, we love you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening to us babble. Sorry we didn't have a lot to cover this week, but we got some stuff done.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's left to say?
See you next week.
Check us out online at wesiseli.com and patreon.com/Wes _Isley for behind-the-scenes videos, blooper videos, never-before-seen footage, discounts on merchandise, magic trick tutorials, and more. That's Wes Iseli, spelled W-E-S-I-S-E-L-I.
People always ask how I balance my family life with 400 shows a year. I'm just doing what I love with the people I love. It's my magic life.
I like Wes Iseli. I like everything about him.